often when we think of miracles or other ways that God works in our life, we think of big things like being cured from illness, or kind of the heavens opening and God speaking in a very overt way. But I think most of the time, God works very subtly in our lives, and it is only really when we look back that we're able to see how God has been working in our life and around us. I think an example of this was a story that I heard about a young woman who had this devotion of going and having masses celebrated for the holy souls in Purgatory, and for some reason or another lost her job, but still kind of in her poverty continued that act of going and having masses celebrated for the souls in Purgatory, and so she had done that, and at one point she got out of one of the masses that she had celebrated for them, and this man came up to her and said to her that he had known that, or asked her basically, I heard that you were looking for a job. And she said yes. And so this man told her, okay, well, there's a job over here, so you just go over there, and there's this woman looking to hire somebody to clean her house. And so she went over and knocked on the door, and this woman answered, and this younger woman introduced herself and said, somebody had told her that you were looking to hire somebody for a job to clean the house, and this older woman was kind of confused because she had said that she didn't tell anybody that she was looking to hire anybody, and so this younger woman wasn't really sure what to do, but she saw this picture on the wall of this man, and it was the guy who told her about this job. And so she told this woman, that guy was the one who told me that you had a job. And this woman was also confused because she said that this was her son who had passed away several years ago. So obviously, this man was, through the prayers of this young woman and the masses that she had celebrated, able to leave Purgatory and go into heaven. And so as a way of thanking her, led her to this job to help support herself in thanksgiving for the graces that he received through the masses that she had celebrated for the souls in Purgatory. I think what this reminds us or shows us is that just the need that we have to pray for the souls in Purgatory, because unlike ourselves, who are able to do good works and receive graces for them, the holy souls in Purgatory are not able to do that. And so they rely on us to pray for them and to offer up our sacrifices for them so that they can more quickly enter into heaven. And so the church just offers a couple of examples of how we can do this. And the first way is obviously having Mass celebrated for the souls in Purgatory. We can have Mass celebrated for a relative who's passed away. But we could also just have Mass celebrated for all the holy souls in Purgatory and have our loved one covered under that as well. And so as this way of offering the sacrifice for them, we can also offer the graces that we receive from the Eucharist and communion for them, because they're no longer living, so are unable to receive the Eucharist, and so we can offer that up for them as well. In the Eucharistic prayer, there's a moment where the priest says, "Remember also, Lord, your servants who have gone before us with the sign of faith and rest in the sleep of peace." And that is a moment the church specifically puts in there for us to call to mind all the holy souls in Purgatory and all those who have died, to pray for them. So we can offer at that moment in the Eucharistic prayer prayers for them as well, as a way of helping them to more quickly go through Purgatory. We can also pray for them in general in our own private kind of personal prayers. Then there are also indulgences. And I think people kind of get a little squirrely about indulgences. And I think just like an easy way to think about them is that when Jesus told Peter, you on this rock I will build my church, and the gates of the netherworld shall not overcome it. And whatever you bind on earth shall be bound in heaven, and whatever you loose on earth shall be loosed in heaven. By Jesus saying this, he gave Peter and the church authority that his decisions would have an effect on heaven. And so one of the ways that the church has utilized that authority which Christ has given to us is to use these things called indulgences to help us and help those who have passed away receive graces. And so if people kind of like are unsure about unsure about indulgences, and it comes from that where Jesus gave Peter authority to make those kind of decisions, and that they have power over both earth and heaven. All of them just being the main point of we need to pray for all of those who have died, for all the holy souls in purgatory, because they are unable to pray for themselves. And so we all have, these are just a few suggestions, and so I'm sure that there are other practices that you guys do which are great as well. But all of us in some way should be praying for the dead, and so together, eternal rest grant unto them, O Lord, and let perpetual light shine upon them. May they rest in peace. Amen. And may the souls of all the faithful departed, through the mercy of God, rest in peace. Amen.